everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I'm going to do a 5 on Friday. It's something that I was going to start, and I did one and then I didn't do any more, and so I'm going to try to get back into that and do something kind of fun on Fridays. Something quick, something easy. What I'm going to do today is talk about my 5 genres that I think give off a fall vibe. These are genres that I read all the time, but I know some people are like seasonal, and so these to me just kind of give off a bit of a fall vibe, and I've got a book to go with each one of them. And so the first one is Paranormal Cozy Mysteries, and for that I'm going to tell you about The Last Will and Testament by Molly McRae. By Molly McRae. And this is the haunted yarn shop mystery, and I've read all of them and they're really cute. And the first one, Kath, she inherits her grandmother's yarn and fabric shop, and what she didn't know, that when she inherited that, she also inherited a ghost, and I think her name was Genevieve, and she's kind of a whiny little crybaby ghost sometimes, but she likes to help her investigate, so that's kind of fun. And in this one, in the first one, she finds out that her grandmother was accused of murdering somebody before she died. And so she wants to prove that her grandmother would never do anything like that, and so she goes in and starts to investigate that with the help of the TGIF, which is Thank God It's Fabric, I believe it is what it is, and they're like a group that meets and gets together and does their yarn and stuff like that. And so they're were Ivy's friends, her grandmother's friends, and so they want to help investigate, and so they do that. And it's just really cute, and I like the Paranormal Cozy Mysteries. Kind of has that, you know, kind of spook, little bit, teeny bit of spook for people who don't like a lot of spook, and then it kind of has like a little bit of a fall vibe, I think, especially because it's got little ghostly specters in it. And then the next one I have is Historical Mysteries, and of course I can't go without talking about my favorite historical mystery series, the Veronica Speedwell Mysteries. And this one is the first one, A Curious Beginning, and I can never talk about these real well. I mess things up, so I'm just going to read the back. It says, London, 1887, after burying her spinster aunt, orphaned Veronica Speedwell is free to resume her world travels in pursuit of scientific inquiries and the occasional romantic dalliance. As familiar with hunting butterflies as with fending off admirers, Veronica intends to embark upon the journey of a lifetime. But fate has other plans, and Veronica thwarts her own attempted abduction with the help of an enigmatic German baron who offers her sanctuary in the care of his friend Stoker, a reclusive and bad-tempered natural historian. He's very bad-tempered. But before the baron can reveal what he knows about the plot against her, he is found murdered, leaving Veronica and Stoker on a run from an elusive assailant and a wary partner as wary partners in search of a villainous truth. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love Veronica and Stoker. They're just a lot of fun, and I think historical mysteries give off a really kind of fall vibe. I mean, come on, these covers are just awesome too. But anyway, yeah, there's that. And then the next is Paranormal Romance. And I mentioned this one earlier on a video, and so I'm going to talk about this one. This is Heather Graham's The Unseen. I'm not sure exactly which one this is, but it's closer to the beginning of the series. But yeah, there's like a ton in this, and this is just one of my favorite kind of fluffy paranormal haunting. Usually it has to do with the supernatural ghosty type things and everything, and yeah, I just absolutely love these. This says San Antonio, Texas, 1800s. In room 207 at the Longhorn Saloon, In the long shadow of the Alamo, a woman was brutally murdered. Her killer was never found. 1 year ago, in that same historic room, another woman vanishes without a trace. In the past months, San Antonio has become a dumping ground for battered bodies. When Texas Ranger Logan Raintree is approached to lead a group of elite paranormal investigators working the case, he accepts the challenge, and with it, his powerful ability to commune with the dead. So, see, most of the people that, the detectives or whatever that work in these special elite units have some kind of like ability to either see, hear, or whatever, ghost, things like that, talk to them, whatever. And so, yeah, they're kind of creepy and kind of gives off that fall vibe. I mean, look at the cover, it's just kind of creepy all on its own. So is this one. I mean, it's got kind of a spooky kind of setting. So yeah, there's that. Then the next one is urban fantasy. I think urban fantasy kind of gives off a fall vibe to me, and especially Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files. This is Stormfront, and this is the first one, and I mean, look at that. It's got kind of like a foggy background and the ominous looking Harry Dresden on the front. And this is about, of course, Harry Dresden, who is the only wizard in the Chicago phone book, and he's the one that they call whenever something strange has happened in that the police can't really figure out, because there are vampires and werewolves and fae and all kinds of stuff in this world, this Chicago world, so it's kind of like an alternate one. And a lot of things happen, and Harry's always getting himself into a lot of trouble, and these are just a lot of fun to read. They're super fun to listen to, but yeah, I love to read them too. So. And then the last one, of course you knew I was going to talk about, horror. Horror is definitely my favorite thing to read during the fall spooky time. So I'm going to talk about Hunter Shea. Slash. I love Hunter Shea. All of his books, I could just name almost all his books I like. There's only been a couple that I haven't liked, but you know, that happens with your favorite author. Sometimes it happens. But yeah, most of his are just really fun. A lot of them are filled with some gore and spooky times, and yeah, just a lot of fun. This one, it says, 5 years after Ashley King survived the infamous resort massacre, her fiance Todd Matthews finds her hanging in their basement. She's left behind clues as to what really happened that night, clues that may reveal the identity of the killer. The press has called the Wraith. With the help of his friends, Todd goes back to the crumbly Hayden Resort, the death-tinged ruin in the Catskill Mountains, determined to find out what happened to Ashley. And when they get there, things go really, really wrong, and it gets pretty gory and bloody, and people start dying and everything. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is just kind of Hunter Shea's take on a slasher type book, movie type thing. And yeah, I really liked it. So you should try this. And there you go. That's my 5 genres that I think are really good for this time of the year during the fall spooky time. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.